Hey, folks. How's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Nightmare Weekend, Miami.
It's a Saturday. That's the best you got.
Hey, thank you so much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're the, what are we?
We are the Eagle and Wolf podcast.
Oh, that's right.
We talk about a bunch of survival horror, and you know what's our favorite survival horror to talk about? Resident Evil. Now, I have a feeling a lot of you like Resident Evil as well, right?
If not, why would you be here, right?
Yeah. Awesome.
Exactly. So
Okay.
I think they're ready to come out now, but let's say hi to Stephanie Panisello, Maggie Robertson, and Nick Apostolides. Bring them on out here. I want to see some hands.
Yeah, they are. Woo. Hey, come on down. Take a seat. You got your microphones right there on the couch for you. They're already, oh, wow, the single seat was taken.
I have to say this. So they were asking us who would like to go first as we introduce, and I said, pick your favorite.
I'm a Claire
We
main.
see.
I'm sorry. Grenade launcher OP.
Shots already fired, and apparently launcher rounds, I guess.
Well, hello, everybody.
Yes, thank you so
How we doing?
Sup?
Ow, ow!
I can't see faces, but I'm sure we've met most of you. But for all the newcomers, hello.
Hello,
Who are these ginormous skeletons? Do they have names? Can we name them?
You can name them.
I mean, now would be the best time, I feel.
If anybody can name them, it'd be you.
Now the pressure's on.
Bean.
Hey. You jest, but I was going to say Boo Boo
Oh, that's
was
actually
pretty close.
good, though.
and
Pretty close.
Baba.
Boo Boo and Baba. All right, Nightmare Weekend. You now have that as canon. You know, keep that in mind.
Now we're going to open it up to questions in the audience. There's
baba.
going to be a microphone out there for you guys to start lining up. But
So feel free.
if you don't mind, I have a question for all three of you. Do any of you love horror movies? Do you have a favorite scary movie?
Just sort of
I mean,
get
it is a
going.
horror convention.
Yeah.
I think Willy Wonka is a horror movie, and I will die on that hill. It's
Dude,
terrifying.
great pick, though. That's
Are we
a
talking
good
about
pick.
Johnny Depp or Gene Wilder? I mean, both are pretty.
All. Yeah, where do we begin?
I know, right? That's why I had to ask.
But
All
I
right.
was specifically thinking of Gene Wilder, the old OG.
OG,
But Johnny
yeah.
Depp has some uncanny valley elements going
Some
on
freaky,
with his
you know,
performance.
moments.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
CGI was
I would
better than-
say both.
Definitely. Alrighty.
I love horror. I would say I grew up on like the 80s, like thrasher movies, slasher movies, all that stuff. But Exorcist, got to put that up there.
Oh,
That's always
The Ring, Sinister. I love almost everything that A24 is putting out now.
yes, sir.
To me, like, The Thing, John Carpenter. Come on now. These
You
are
would
just
have
a few.
You would have done very well at the music trivia we just did, where it was music of the night, and it was all like themes of the slasher genres and stuff. So you would have done very good on that. I'm just saying.
Love it all.
Okay, Stephanie.
Oh man, I wish I could say that I'm like a giant horror fan. I think I just love to survive horror things usually.
That's fair.
When I was a kid, I was obsessed. I loved horror films, hardcore. I remember my parents would be watching Tales from the Crypt at night, and I'd be like, oh, can I just sleep with you guys? And then I'd act like I was sleeping, and then I'd be like, keeping my eyes open, and I'm like, yeah, you know? But I watched this one movie on rerun as a kid called Dolls. It was like a 1986 film.
Okay. We got a
And-
woo in the audience, so somebody.
Just somebody knows it.
Yeah.
Over
Where
there.
there? Okay.
There you go.
Holy crap. That destroyed me. It destroyed me. And I told my parents I was fine, but I wasn't fine. I had so many porcelain dolls in my room because my family used to call me, oh, she's a little porcelain doll. So they always gave me these porcelain dolls. And it destroyed dolls. It crushed dolls and it crushed my love of horror. So now I can only handle about 2 a year.
Okay.
So, but favorite though, Exorcist, The Shining.
Top two big ones.
And for a semi-recent-ish, was Lights Out.
Ooh, Lights Out. Oh, okay. That was really fun. I enjoyed
I thought it
that
was
one.
very, very subtly done. It's such a simple concept.
That was the setup. Is just the best part about that.
Everyone's
yeah.
afraid of the dark. Anybody of you guys in those dark corners right now?
We're afraid of you. Wait, what? Alrighty. So.
Do you have a question?
Well, I don't see any people lining up. Phil, guys, we got guest questions. If you want
Yeah,
to go
don't
ahead and
be
ask a
nervous.
question, don't be nervous. We got plenty of stuff we can go through. Come on.
I have a comment.
Oh, a comment.
I don't know. I think that out of, I can't speak for you guys, but actually, no, I'll go ahead and say, I think out of
Please,
all
feel free.
the people on this couch, Stephanie and Nick would be the only ones to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, no, you're right. No,
I
you're
think
right.
Stephanie is scrappy. And Nick has actual tangible life skills, which is something I don't have. I would be the first to die. Mostly because I would just give up and be like, I don't feel like running.
Well,
But you would
feel
serve
free to eat me.
You would serve as a wonderful decoy for Steph and I to skedaddle.
get out.
Go skedaddle.
No, I think
Eat Maggie.
I think I would
Here.
choose my death to be the most inconvenient time of all.
Not something
Not
dramatic?
to help you
Wait
at
a
all.
minute. Wait a minute.
Not to help you, but to inconvenience you. to
Maggie, so
actively
if you get
inconvenience.
bit, you wouldn't tell. That's
Oh,
what I'm
wow.
hearing.
Oh, would
That's
you
that
tell?
person.
Are you going to be that person in the Survivor group?
That's the most inconvenient. Would it be
I
really
think I
bad
am.
if
I don't think I would tell.
I was actually going to ask because you're like, oh, I don't know if I'd survive, but would you be on the other end, like the umbrella end? Would you be dropping viruses every now and then? Like, is that more
wow.
of a thing you'd want to do?
Capcom listening? Or
I
is
don't
it
know.
Ty
Capcom
again?
I play
listening?
villains, so maybe the answer is yes. But
It feels like a lot of work for you.
feels like a lot of. We're learning a lot about me. It's that I'm lazy and I don't run. I'm morally against running, so if that's involved,
Felt.
I'd rather die.
You know,
Felt.
it's very relatable.
They
All
might
right.
think she's dead already. So they might just,
Oh,
You know
oh
what?
my gosh,
I would so
performance.
possum it.
They
I
might
would
just
possum that
pass
shit.
on her.
Right.
Yes.
Hey, it worked in Walking Dead, right? Just sort of get the outfit
Exactly.
on,
Yeah,
spirit on,
rub
why
yourself
not?
in other people's
In their
death.
goop.
I'm sure the virus will not
In
transfer
death
at all.
goop.
It's fine.
Yeah,
And then I'll be fine.
And then you're fine.
And then I'll just sit down
And then I'll just sit
and
down.
chill
And
until
chill.
the apocalypse is over.
Yeah, and find yourself a nice meal, something you love, that when everyone's dead around you, you're like, more for me.
More for me.
I'll set up in a grocery store, but I'll make myself look like a zombie. So when other people come in, I'll just scare them off.
It's a very
and then I'll have all the
Scooby-Doo
food.
motive.
It's actually
You know what I mean?
very
Take over a
good.
Costco,
thank
you're
you.
set.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh, wow, yes.
I'm going to scope out all the Costcos.
All right, we've got ourselves a line forming. So, hi, I love your outfit so much.
Thank you.
All right, what question you got for our
I think
guest?
we know you.
Yeah, we know this fabulous gal.
Maggie, tell me about your creation, Vampy. Like, what's your favorite thing you've gone with him?
Ooh, okay.
Thank you. For those who don't know, I am an aspiring doodleist. Nick is an artist. I am a doodleist. And I have a little cartoon character that I've made named Vampy. He's a derpy Vampy heart, and he's everybody's friends. And if you've come to get a print from me at my table, then you will have gotten a Vampy on your print. He's just adorable. And he's a little guy, and he likes to go on adventures, and he's just a happy little thing. Very relatable, very much like me. I think he gets a little grumpy sometimes, but that's okay. And he likes ice cream, so here we are.
Oh, I like him already.
Yeah, sounds
Nick,
relatable.
Nick, do you want to do a live performance of a certain rap song you wrote about ice cream?
Whoa.
Wait, what happened?
I don't remember this.
That's
Are
so
we
weird
getting a
because
hot
that
single
song, like,
dropping
I
right now?
have
Wow.
a vivid memory of you forcing me to watch this video.
Forcing it.
You
Wait, you did a
pried my
rap
eyeballs
on-
open.
Oh, okay. No, she's right. There is a rap
Ice
video.
cream rap?
Yeah, yeah, actually it
Oh.
is. I don't know the words to it.
That's a lie because you were mouthing along when you played the video to me.
I really don't remember. It's not online. You will never find it, but she saw it.
Which means it's out
So
there.
I have a couple rap albums. Just gonna say that.
Would you
That's-
like to tell them what your
couple?
rap
Okay.
name is?
Nick, I haven't heard this. Like, I need to know this now. Oh. You got something?
Someone gave me a rap name yesterday. Actually, it was like Menace Mike Man or something like that.
I was going to say Leon Cash Kennedy, but I mean, that works
Leon
too.
Cash Kennedy. All right. Lil Cash.
Lil Nicky.
Lil Cash Kennedy.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, but hey, feel free to take it. It's free. I'm just
actually
saying.
good.
Well, damn. Okay, maybe not. Hold on. Maybe talk to me later. I'm kidding. But yeah, that's really cool to hear. All right.
That's all.
That's all right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for the
Thank
question.
you.
And now we have one of your lovely daughters here.
What's up?
Hello.
Hello, mother.
I know I'll address her. You don't get to address her.
You don't get to.
Hello, Mother. Hello, everybody.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello.
I wanted to ask if you have your Halloween costumes planned for this year.
Well, I'll scratch off one of my questions. Thanks.
That's a really good
read mine.
question.
It's fine. It's
I
fine.
can read minds.
That's fair. Great minds.
I don't have one yet, but last year, my fiance and I did Jack and Jill. So we had like a whole
Cute.
Jack and Jill went up the hill, the whole little thing.
fetch a
Oh, I
pail of
thought it was
water?
the Adam
like
Sandler
a
Did you
movie.
have a
bumped
water
head, and
pail?
I had a water pail, and we were all like stuff all over us. Yeah.
And it was like a
So-
Halloween gory, like broken head, or just like a oops, a
It
crack
was
kinda-
like a cute bump
a cute bump
with blood.
that broke his crack.
Lots of blood.
At least it wasn't the Adam Sandler movie.
Oh my God. Anyway.
Moving on.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm really lazy. That's the theme of this panel for me. I'm really lazy. And it's ironic because my birthday's the day before Halloween, and I love Halloween, but I'm lazy. So
also
I
your
need
birthday.
somebody to just hand me a costume, and then I'll be happy to wear it. But I'm dabbling with maybe some Shrek costume ideas. I think that might be
You
the
have
move.
so many to
I
choose
might
from.
be the big green ogre. Might be Shrek himself. Because
So-
he's grumpy and lazy. And so am I.
I might resurrect one of my old costumes from my
we
college
talked
days.
about you being Lord Farquaad.
She wants me to be Lord Farquhar.
Oh my God! Please do that.
So that's a
Please do
that's
that.
a
Do you want to
maybe.
do which Shrek character
What's
would you
Stephanie
do?
gonna be? Yeah.
Oh my.
Donkey has already been taken.
Oh.
I know.
I would be Donkey. I guess I could be Fiona, but I wanted to be Donkey.
Do you want to be dragon?
Oh. I don't really say much. I'm just
You just look
fabulous and in love.
You could
see
be
you
one
doing
of the
that.
burnt crisp. Oh no, that's these guys. They're the burnt.
Wait, can I
crisps in
be? Can
your-
I be the gingerbread man?
Yes!
Good.
Drop buttons. Yes.
Oh my
Or
God.
Pinocchio. You could make a really cute
I'm
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. Yeah.
And then your nose.
I'm wearing ladies' underpants. Whoop. I am.
Well, I don't know about Lord Farquhar, but in college, see, I have a very complicated last name. I bet maybe 3% of you could say it correctly. But in college, they used to call me just a bunch of nicknames because they couldn't say it, even my close friends. So one of the funniest pronunciations was they called me Nick Apostolides meatballs. And so I might be a chef on Halloween and walk around with a pot of spaghetti and meatballs and feed people.
I'm so happy you said that because I thought you were going to say, I'm just going to dress up as spaghetti. Just straight up. like-
spaghetti and
I'm like,
meatballs,
that's
yeah,
a
that's what I
complicated costume.
I'll straight up feed people.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Nick's a great
Thank
cook
you.
too,
Happy
so
almost
it'd be
birthday.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That is coming up. Alrighty.
Hi, my name is Vladimir, and something that I'm sure you've seen that's really big in the Resident Evil community is modding the games. So I was wondering if maybe there's any particular mods you guys have seen that you just thought were super hilarious or creative that you just loved.
I'm surprised we haven't seen Vlad the Impaler yet. Little Dracula
You worked in
action.
Castle Dimitrescu.
You told me you modded something, didn't you? Did I make that up?
On the spot. Where is it on Nexus Mod? You got to tell me.
Didn't you?
I didn't mod anything.
Oh,
I actually did
Little old
mention.
me.
How modest of you.
Oh, God.
I'm just Vlad.
Oh, my God.
I'm surprised they haven't done Terrifier yet as Mr. X. We have any
Yeah, I'm
Terrifier
sure.
fans here?
Oh, well, Pennywise
That'd be
is there, so I don't
intense.
see why not.
Yeah.
Um,
I actually have there's a whole video out there that I was on a show on YouTube of me reacting to mods that I've never seen. I would say some were weird. But some were really good. Like I really loved like Thomas the Tank. I think that was so cute. That was adorable.
What's with that?
Then there was Mr. X, like really tiny.
Talk about horror.
in like a banana hammock. That was interesting.
may or may not have that one, yeah.
And then, but I think the most terrifying was Lickers as the girl from The Grudge.
Oh, my God.
Holy moly. Those are scary.
That's it.
But yeah, but there's a whole video if you want to look it up of me just literally reacting to the most absurd things. So there's a lot of mods out there, and they
How
keep
did
on coming.
Thomas the Tank Engine begin? The mod of
Oh,
Thomas the Tank Engine.
He's always first.
I know.
He's always the first added
one,
to
and
everything.
he's so terrifying every time.
I
And
wanna-
I just
just
want to
to
know whose
piggyback.
brain came up with that.
Yeah. To piggyback just really quick off that, the previous time we interviewed you, we actually asked you what kind of mod would you like to see your character dressed up as? And I remember you said Wolverine.
Hell yeah.
And you gave me you just said Lord of the Rings? And I think you were thinking about it, and then you also said like, oh God, what was it?
mashup.
Oh, I'm blanking now, but we were giving mashup costumes. and
You're
stuff.
alone here.
I know. Thank you, by the way. But yeah, no, just to sort of piggyback off that, what would be a mod you think you would want to see Leon in like an outfit kind of thing?
I would just want to see him as a giant Oreo. I'm surprised nobody did that, to be honest. But my favorite mod is when he's a T-800, Mr. X from Terminator.
That's awesome.
That was my favorite.
Wait, will it be an Oreo with the hair though?
Oh, of course.
Yes.
The hair must be on the
Yeah.
Oreo.
So anybody, if you're listening, Oreo. You got friends. I know you do.
Double stuff?
He's
Double stuff.
modest.
Double stuff. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Great, thank you.
All right. Constantine, what you got?
I was wondering, since you guys, I'm assuming that you guys play any of the games, which would be your favorite villains from any of the Resident Evil series and or movies?
I'm sure she won't be biased.
OG.
Lady D. Lady D. Only Lady D.
Correct answer. Everybody clap,
The
please.
only correct answer.
Nick, you better answer properly.
Lady Nemesis from RE3.
Oh, he's not even scared.
I killed Lady D before I even met Maggie.
He was prepared. It's fine.
OG Nemesis.
Oh man, that dodge won't
Respect.
help you.
I still love Mr. X too, though.
Maggie feels so betrayed right now.
I know. To
But
be
I
fair,
said Lady D, Lady D, Lady D first.
and
If I
they've
say it 3
modded
times, she appears, right?
They've modded Lady D in the other games, so I mean, it works.
Hey,
as
yeah.
Mr.
They should do a mod of Maggie as Lady D, so Lady D's really lazy and she cannot be coaxed into
Yes.
attacking you.
easiest pursuer
Like
ever.
Thor from What's Its Face, the one where he lets himself go.
Oh, yeah.
I want
yeah.
Lady D
And he
that
just
looks
sits
like
there,
me
yeah.
but has really
some
let
chair
herself
lady,
go.
yeah.
Modders, if you're listening, mod in Maggie as Lady D.
Thank you.
Love it. Fantastic.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Awesome.
I like
Thank you so much.
Moreau. He's
Oh.
just sad and pathetic. And I love that.
Again, very relatable.
Aw.
Heisenberg.
Eisenberg.
What do you want?
Hi.
What do you want?
My question would be for all of you guys. I was wondering what would be the best piece of advice that you guys give to young actors starting off in the motion capture industry or in voice acting or just being in general, acting in general? Yeah.
A few words. Be prepared for a marathon.
Hasta luego.
Train hard, okay? You will not be an overnight success. I hate to break it to you, but you need to just train, learn everything that you can. Develop a thick skin because you'll audition a lot before you book some big roles. But the more that you know, the more you train for, you'll be more prepared in those rooms. You're gonna learn a lot. Enjoy the journey, okay? If fame is your only and number one goal, you just want to book those giant roles, you're not gonna enjoy getting there. And that's half the fun. So you gotta love it for the right reasons.
I was an overnight success, so it can happen. But I was an overnight success because
Highly trained.
A lot
I
of
was highly
training.
trained and
Highly
highly
trained.
prepared so that when that opportunity came my way, I was able to take advantage of it and allow that to cause me to soar. So gets right back into training, preparation, all that jazz. I'm going to talk on a more practical note, which Stephanie has heard me talk about before. Finances. Invest in your financial freedom. That is the most advantageous thing that you can do for yourself because this is a marathon and you have to fund the development of your own career. It used to be studios would do that for you. Now it's you. So don't get yourself into a hole of debt that you can't crawl out of. It is very hard to be an actor when you have no money to invest in your career. And also, it's just really sucks to be in debt. It's crushing. It's soul crushing.
Indeed.
And then if you're also working in a career, I think we all know.
It's for everyone. Yeah.
But if you're also working in a career which is tough and challenging and you're experiencing no's all the time, that's just doubly soul crushing. So do yourself a favor and do that. You don't have to have no job right away. Get a good job, save up some money, use that money to then invest in your career until your career reaches a level where you have to let that job go. We all have side hustle jobs still. That's the big myth of Hollywood, is that to be a professional actor, you only make money off of acting. Absolutely not. Even Brad Pitt makes money off of like his endorsements, his da-da-da-da. He ain't making the money off of just the acting. So know that. Financial freedom. Yes.
Yes.
Do it.
And Maggie is giving out free money at the show. So
That's why she's wearing green today. Okay. Sorry. Also, which you guys have heard me talk about as well. Get really curious about what holds you back. Always get curious about what that is. So another element of it is your self-development. So like your personal self-development has to be on point. Like you have to understand what you're afraid of, be aware of yourself, have body awareness, have, you know what I mean, understand maybe what things might be triggering you that aren't allowing you to break through to be able to like perform in certain ways. Like you have to understand those things about yourself. And then also allow yourself to live your life too. You don't want to be a replica of anyone else. You don't want to mimic somebody else. You don't want to say, oh, I'm really good at doing the voice of XYZ. That's great. And you might be a sound alike for some things in work. However, you want to know who you are and who your voice is and all of that stuff. So you want to also live your life in a way that is, if like for instance, like I loved Tomb Raider, always. And so I was like, oh, what does Laura do? You know what I mean? I'm like, well, she rock climbs. She's like into like archaeology and anthropology and blah, 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 blah. And then I went to school for a lot of that stuff. And I rock climb and I do all of those things, you know? But then when those jobs arise, I can do that and I can understand it, you know? So it's all those aspects that like really, like you want to be a complete human when you show up. That's fair. So.
Yeah. And now you can actually stick your butler in the freezer too. Now that you are learning with Laura Croft. For those who don't play Tomb Raider.
I need a butler first though.
That's going to be necessary.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Accepting applications for butler this
Oh.
weekend.
Oh yeah, yes, exactly.
Hi there. Oh my God, I love your
Who are
outfit.
okay with being stuck in the
Hi.
freezer.
Hello. My question
Hi.
isn't game related. I was just wondering if you guys, I don't know if you guys have been to South Florida, Miami, whatever, but if you guys have experienced any culture shocks or just like Miami quirks. I'm just curious.
Listen, I am raised in South Florida, okay? Thank you,
There we
thank you.
go.
Hair flippy
Thank
Hey.
you. Originally in New York, but then we went down to South Florida. Been there since,
okay.
yeah. But I was like 9. I had my street cred in New York, and then I moved to South Florida. I used to work in Miami Beach for the summers. So, you know, if you guys ever went to
Doing
the
what?
Fontainebleau, what?
Do what?
Doing what? Oh, I was a hostess at the Lowe's Miami Beach Resort, or so the hotel over there. So, yeah. Oh, and I used to mess with people. That's actually where. Fun story. Sorry, we're on a journey here. So, I actually used to, when the restaurant would close up before the dinner, I would watch the waiters cleaning up and make sure nobody left anything behind, and I would just go. And I would just do that randomly and watch them like freaking out that somebody left their baby behind.
I thought there was a baby here.
That was
Yeah.
really
That was
good.
really
It was-
accurate, scarily so.
It was bad. It was messed up. But I think, you know, anyway, so I know South Florida quite well. I love it, so this is my vibe. But for you guys, what do we think?
I've been to Florida many times. Never Miami, but I used to work in Disney World. I've been to Tampa, Daytona, Bike Week, Fort Lauderdale, and it's the humidity. I don't know how you guys do it. It's like walking through butter, and not melted butter, but like butter out of the fridge. It's like walking through it when you're just on the street. I sweat just sitting in the shade when it's like 65 degrees. I'm sweating. So that's
did
my
you do at
experience with
Disney World?
Florida. I was a boat captain, and has anyone ever been to Disney World here?
Yeah.
Do you remember in the Land Pavilion, there's a ride about vegetation and hydroponics?
Yes.
I was a boat captain in the last season ever of boat captains, then they automated it. So I was one of the last boat captains ever.
I was going to say, I don't remember there being a captain, but that's sick that you were.
We talked about upside down vegetables.
Nice.
You're welcome.
They said nobody can do this like Nick
Like-
a bowl of spaghetti and meatballs can.
All right.
I think, yeah, I'm enjoying it. I biked around. I had a great
you go.
time. Yeah. What,
Thank you for the invite.
Well, you weren't here. I invited you
He
to
had
come
to
a day
walk
early
through
with
the
me, and
butter,
you guys
like-
said no.
Yeah. I couldn't bike through the butter like you
Sat
did.
through the
I
butter.
biked through the butter.
Through the butter.
I biked through the butter, and it was good. It was super fun. I like wind, so I know when the wind's hurricane, but it feels really nice.
And we got some Cuban food last night.
Sure did.
So, yeah.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, man,
we got a
the
crow. We
let's
got a
go.
crow.
So,
Hi, how are you guys? I just wanted to ask, like, what is like some of your favorite like other like how do I say inspirations for like other video game characters or like movies or any other actors?
all right.
A lot of my inspirations came when I was a young kid. Loved Indiana Jones. Grew up watching his stuff, and also John McClane from Die Hard. So props to Bruce Willis. What I liked about his
Casey Jones.
Casey Jones too from Turtles. But what I liked about those characters specifically was that they didn't feel like. I also like Stallone and Schwarzenegger and like all those '80s action movies. I'm a bit older, but I liked John McClane and Indiana Jones because they got the crap kicked out of them. They were like real guys, and they could get injured and get hurt. They weren't invulnerable to all that stuff, and they still kept on fighting. They were scrappy. And I really liked that about them. So I like playing like flawed anti-hero type characters.
All right, good answer.
I have a background in Shakespeare, so I feel like a lot of my stuff I'm pulling from those references, especially with Lady D, who felt very Shakespearean to me with her use of heightened language and the stakes and just the way she carries herself. So I definitely pulled a lot from there.
If I may, do you have a favorite? Because I like Shakespeare as well. Do you have a favorite Shakespeare?
Prove it.
I was in drama for 11 years of my life. Is that enough?
To be or not to be? That is the question. What was your question? What?
No, what's your favorite Shakespeare?
What's my favorite? Oh, I really like Julius Caesar, actually.
Ooh, that's a
and
great
I would like
one.
to play Cassius one day. I think that would be very, very cool.
Et
very
tu, Lady D?
snaky, manipulative.
Et tu?
Et tu. Et tu.
Was that enough proof as
I'll
well?
see. Hey, good for you.
Dude, you just got Shakespeare
You've passed.
checked.
I love. Okay, look.
Shall I
love it.
compare thee to a summer's day?
Didn't Shakespeare say something like, "Yo, how you doing"?
Yo, how you doing?
That was his
that
first
Shakespeare?
one.
It was how you doing. If you look at the iambic, how you doing? How you doing?
But just real quick, just a throwback. Going back to Prepared, she was studied in that, and when they were looking to cast Lady D, they probably weren't exactly sure what they wanted, and she shows up with her education, and she goes, "This is what you want," and they cast her. So I had to just call that back.
Nice.
So much love. So characters or actors that I really love. So obviously Tomb Raider, like Lara Croft, nonstop, highly influenced. Like I said, I ended up taking a lot of classes in anthropology and archaeology, even because of it, and love a lot of that. Again, the scrappiness nature of it all, the Indiana Jones vibe, all that stuff. And then as far as like an actor goes, I've just always loved Kate Winslet.
She's great. I was going to say Kate Blanchett. I got
Really?
excited when you
Oh,
said Kate, and I was like,
Kate.
me too. But also, yeah.
But Kate
No,
Winslet.
she's great. Yeah.
I don't know why, but I feel like she does all these different roles, and then
She takes risks, and she's not afraid to look ugly, quote unquote.
Exactly, and that's what I really love about her, because it's never about her physicality or any of that stuff. She just is, and she just embodies. And then like, I mean, I know this is weird to say, but like, so many people are like, oh, but she's like naked all the time. I was like, I didn't even notice. It was part of the story. I didn't get the shock treatment because every time it was all part of whatever it was. I just really love Kate Winslet. So
It was just really organic. Like
Yeah.
it just
it was organic. It was not a shock treatment. It wasn't to sell anything. It was just in the story. And so I don't know. I just think she just has like this very long career that I just love her in it. I don't know. In anything that she does, she can be funny. She can be dramatic. She can be, the star of the show. She can be whatever it is. She's great. So
Yeah.
Yeah, making the character interesting, being true to the character as opposed to just looking like the character.
Yeah.
I get that. I get that. All right, thank you so much. Great question.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Hi, how you doing?
Hi. First of all, I just want to say I admire you guys so much and the work that you do, and it's been such a surreal experience to come and see you guys all on stage.
Oh.
And my question for you guys is, Stephanie kind of talked about it a little bit, when you guys, like, part of what you're doing is figuring out what's holding you back. So my question for all of you guys is, how do you guys self-reflect? How do you guys sit with yourselves and kind of figure out what's holding you back from being the best at your work?
Deep.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I love this.
Stephanie, you start.
Sounds like you should go first.
I need a minute. I need a minute.
She needs to
figure it out.
self-reflect.
I need to self-reflect. Do it right now.
Well, okay. Well, I think curiosity is the best thing, right? So sometimes I look like I'm happy-go-lucky, bubbly, all of these things. I can have my moments of complete, I need to be left alone, I need to get deep, I need to understand what's going on. And that is okay, because what I've noticed is that sometimes I like go down to come back up. And I also think about it in life. I saw one of my friends, like I'm always like, it must be that I'm in slingshot mode, right? So if I feel like I'm going backwards, it's because I'm about to get shot out fast and life's about to change and it's about to take off. So sometimes I just have to remind myself of that stuff and then remind myself in other instances, I have no control. I can do whatever I want to do, but I ultimately have no control over this. So I'm just going to do the best that I can do. And so I just kind of sit with myself in that. And then that ends up helping when I kind of let it go. Because otherwise you get like so in your head and you start to freak out. Like even with, I hate to bring AI up, but like the AI stuff, I'm like, oh no. And I was freaking out last year and I hated it with a passion. And then now I just realized, like, you know what? I really got no control over it. I can decide what I choose to do and not do. And the rest of it, I'm just gonna let it be what it is and hold true to myself. So as long as like I hold true to myself no matter what decision I make, I'm not gonna wake up the next day feeling bad about it. So, and that's just kind of what I kind of do, I guess.
I mean, being true to the character is going to reflect in the performance. I don't think AI is going to be able to replicate, how your intuition with the character. We were just talking about how, being true to the character and not just trying to be accurately seeming like the character or looking like the character goes a long way for actually adding to the character overall. You know what I mean? So, absolutely, I agree with you. That's a great visual, too, the slingshot. I just was thinking about it, I'm like, wow, I can imagine myself.
Isn't that great? You're like being pulled back and you're like, oh no, everything's going wrong. Everything's terrible. Why is life this way? Oh no, I'm not going to get that role. Oh no, I did a shitty job. Baby, it's because you're about to fucking fly.
Love it.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I really like the slingshot image as well. In terms of acting, not getting in your head with acting, I think it's quite helpful to build out your life outside of acting to the fullest so that your value and your worth is not tied up in just this one thing. So I can afford to not get the role because I've got my dog. Honestly, I've got my dog and she makes everything better. So like, who cares if I didn't book that job? I get to go snuggle this little being and life is wonderful. So my life is really great.
I loved that. I loved that a lot, actually. Thank you.
Yeah, so make sure that your value is not tied to something that is outside of your control. Tie it to the things that are in your control. Oh, Nick.
Best of luck following that up, Nick.
So there's that. And then in terms of self-reflection, I hate it. I don't want to do it. That's why I'm in therapy. But it's also...
You're doing it there.
I'm doing it there. So I have to... It's also why I think acting was so attractive to me from the beginning, because it provided a safe container for me to experience emotions that I didn't feel comfortable allowing myself to experience in my regular life. So that became a place of exploration and self-reflection for me in the work and in the craft. And as Stephanie was saying before, I always joked when I was in all these drama programs that acting training is really just therapy, learn who you are, and then you can learn how to be a character. But you have to know who you are first, where your baseline is. So it's a lot, the whole process of drama school is just about learning who this guy is. That's it. So that's that. Go.
Go.
I mean, she's happy
It's nice when you
because
peter out at the end. You start off strong and then you crumble into the abyss.
well, she has her dog, but she also has me and Steph. We're pretty much her best friends.
You're right. I forgot. That's so weird. I forgot to mention that
It's okay. It's okay. I got you, boo boo. Anytime.
I'm only teasing. I do have an answer for this.
could
So
I
for
forget?
me, as actors, we are essentially freelance forever, right? And you train, you work, you have side jobs or whatever, and you book once in a while. And that's what it is. And I guess being your own boss is what I'm boiling this down to. And for me, time management has been like a decade-long learning process for me. But it's sometimes you feel bad. As an actor, there's a million things that you can do to improve. You can update your website, update the reels, train, learn a different language, learn different accents, learn different skills, rock climbing, archery, all that. Like, there's a million infinite things that you can learn to be a more versatile performer. So sometimes when you need to take that downtime, for me, sometimes I'm traveling on the road all the time. When I am home, when I don't feel like doing anything, I need a break, a mental break, I disappear into video games. And that's my decompression. It's necessary. When I don't want to be around people, I'll just play my Switch by myself. And like that feeling of guilt, like, oh my God, I just played this awesome game for 7 hours. I was healing and decompressing. But it's like, you know, that guilt of like, oh my, I should have been updating that website I've been talking about for 6 months. So for me, it's been that struggle of like, letting go of like, hey, you are doing good stuff. You are being productive and being okay with taking that break and that the personal time. Because if this vessel sinks, nothing else happens. There's only one vessel. And so you got to take care of it, whatever that means for you guys. I don't know how you decompress. You play with your dog. You become a lazy lump, and sometimes you need to do that so Maggie can be her best when she needs to be her best and show up. And so, you know, for everybody, and that's what I'm saying. So that time management and being okay with it was my biggest struggle, and still is.
I think that's, yes, and I agree, and same for me. And also, just to piggyback and continue answering something about acting, it's a business. Just like what Nick was saying, there's always something that you can do. It is your business. So as you are learning how to be an actor and investing in craft, also invest in learning about business. That is a huge aspect of the training that I think is very overlooked and undervalued in drama programs as of right now. Take a business 101. You're learning how to do all that. And then you have to learn how to put containers around it because it's so easy. This is a job that is 24/7.
It's all encompassing.
So if you don't set the boundaries, it's going to take over your life, and that's when you spiral and have no separation of worth and value between what you do and who you are. They're two separate things. And then also, the funny thing about acting is, you know, I think for all of us, it started off as a joy and as a hobby, something we did for fun. Once it becomes your career, you have a different relationship to that thing. It can't be a hobby anymore. It's just different. So then now my project from this past year has been, cool. What are my new hobbies? What are the new things that I'm interested in? And that helps add value to my life that is outside of what I do as a career as well.
And it also gives you more layers, like an ogre.
Like an ogre. Like onion.
Callback.
What about parfait?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it really does.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much.
That was
Also,
good,
you look
good question.
super cool.
Oh, thank you.
Good question, really.
Thanks.
Oh, I love your shirt. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I've been a Resident Evil fan since I was a kid, so yeah, the only things I would like to say about it, I'll keep it short and just say playing Leon especially, and I know you are a longtime fan of Resident Evil and the character as well. Playing the OG RE4 in VR was one of the greatest gaming experiences I've ever had.
Agreed. I did it too. It was fun.
Yeah. And so, you know, I want to get that new the new VR to do RE4 Remake. And Nick, you have the unique opportunity to be Leon in VR and also hear yourself. So I just wanted to ask, have you done that? Have you had the full RE4 Remake VR experience? And also, what is an ending you want for the character of Leon, and why is it settling down with 801?
Wow, pressure.
Settling. Oh my
Wow,
goodness.
pressure.
No.
Bold with a capital B.
Bold shots.
I've played the original 4 in VR, and it is totally different. For those of you who know the original game, yeah, in VR it's like a new game. I can't say that enough. I haven't done the new one yet. I don't have the PS2 VR or whatever you call that. I don't have that yet, but I would play it. It would be cool. What future? I want to see him settle down and feel like he's made a difference or something like that, because he's become very jaded in his older years, and he's just fighting. So maybe starting a family or something like that would be nice to see.
Yeah, let these characters relax once in a while. They're always going from one tragedy to the other. Just a quick reminder, we got 5 minutes, so we're going to try and get as many questions as we can, but, you know, don't feel bad if we don't get to yours. All right, so
All
coming
right.
on next, hey.
Hi, Nick. Hi, Maggie. Hi, Stephanie.
What's up, Diego?
Hi.
Once again, I'm very happy to be here and talking to you guys and just getting to talk to you guys like the Resident Evil actors, as always. My question is for Maggie, actually. Maggie, could you? Would it be okay for you to threaten me in your Lady D voice?
This happened in Des Moines as well, by the way.
Yeah, okay.
this happens to Maggie
Can I
every once
address
in a
the
while.
crowd so
People
that
love to
everyone
be
gets a
punished by
little
her.
threatening done?
I'm sorry?
Can I address it to the crowd just
Oh.
generally? But I'll stare you in the eyeballs.
Of course, yeah.
But it's for everyone. What are my lines?
I'll cut your hand off. I don't.
It's not a line. What am I
know.
going to do?
It should be.
Oh, GalaxyCon Miami, you stupid man things.
Wow, that was good.
Do you feel threatened?
Yes.
Did your heart?
Especially that part.
Yes.
Right?
And
Right? Yeah.
Of course,
okay.
right
Yeah,
after
yeah.
this, I'm going to drive home and cry to my mom.
And change your
As one
pants
does.
first.
Yes.
And a confession. Okay. All right.
Thank you guys so much. I
Thank
love you guys
you.
from the bottom of my heart. You guys have made my childhood with all the Resident Evil games.
Thank you.
Thanks, Diego.
Ooh, Miss Ada Wong.
Hello,
Come to
dress.
address the
Hi.
allegations. How are you doing?
Hello. You guys look absolutely amazing. I just want to say, first of all.
Thank you.
Second of all, my question is to all of you. I wanted to ask, you guys play your characters so often. Is there anything that stuck with you, like from the character?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. Anyone want to tackle that first?
Murder. Murder. I don't know.
Murder stuck with her.
Just casual
Murder really stuck with me on that one.
She's tried to kill me many times, actually. And
It
she,
is
she
true.
broke my finger yesterday.
I broke his finger.
What?
Just yesterday.
I didn't break it.
Only a little.
Just stepped on it.
Small broke
smashed
it.
Stepped
I
on it.
only stepped on it.
Repeatedly stepped on it.
Yeah.
Leon's humanity stuck with me. I'm glad that they just kept that DNA in his character through 2 and 4. He just wants to do the right thing, and he'll do whatever it takes. And I just think there's something endearing about that. So I like that about the character.
Oh my.
Lame.
I just understand Claire really well. So I don't know if she stuck with me or I stuck with her, but I don't know. I just adore her. Honestly, I really do. And as far as like anything sticking around, I mean, maybe I wish that I didn't feel weird about wearing her red leather jacket like in public, because then I wouldn't like have to feel odd about it. You know what I mean? But I do love leather jackets, and now I feel like when I put them on, I feel like I'm in character versus like just wearing a leather jacket, which is the weird feeling. But yeah, I don't know.
I bet Nick also has that feeling whenever you put like a bomber jacket on. It's like, oh, RE4, I've begun. You know.
Well, I wear this sometimes. I love this jacket.
No, you picked the right. I mean, obviously, I agree. You know, I'm all for the
Twinsies.
RPD. Good stuff.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Alrighty.
I think this is our last question.
Last one. All right.
Hi.
Sorry.
So basically, I just want to start off by saying that I'm such a big fan. I love your guys' work so much. My question is kind of silly, but I wanted to know, do you guys have any like hear me out crushes or and stuff like that? Like any characters that
Where to begin? The hear me out, like the hear me out cakes. Are you on the? Are
I
you
don't
on
know
the
what
TikTok?
I don't know what that is.
That's what the kids are doing
it's
these
basically
days.
like any
Yeah.
crushes that are like not the norm, like in terms of like cartoons, actors, like anything basically.
Like our own crush?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
Oh.
go first. I'll demonstrate. Kovu from The Lion King 2.
Wow.
The scar on the eyebrow. Hello.
How many people I've heard have that answer too? Oh my
I know. Danny Phantom? I don't know.
We got multiple.
Let's see.
The mods are coming
Kocoum?
out.
Hello.
Which one? I'm sorry?
Pocahontas too. Also. Hello.
I love Pocahontas.
Yeah. Nala could get it.
We're just going through the Lion King cast.
Grown
at
up
this
Nala, not baby Nala.
point. Well, yeah.
We're not going there.
Yeah. Or,
So the
whatever
idea
you
is
want.
you just post a picture and you go,
subversive.
hear me out, to sort of explain why you would be
You get
interested in that.
Shrek. I don't know. Donkey.
He's got to think about his crush. Wow. If it's not
This
Ada,
is
it's already
embarrassing.
wrong.
Why did it take me all of no seconds to start?
You knew this, and you were waiting for the moment to let this out.
Pumbaa. No.
Pumbaa.
Pumbaa.
I have never thought about this.
Come on.
I never have. I'm so weird though. I was like when I was growing up and everyone had like boy bands or their favorite people on their walls. Like, I didn't do any of that.
I didn't do that. These are cartoons. It's totally different.
But even cartoons, like I can't honestly think of like I mean no. I need time.
All right, I got one. I got one, and hear me out.
There we go. There we go.
There it is. Okay.
Marge Simpson.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean,
there you go.
She's really cool, yeah.
Talk about a ride or die.
Yeah, seriously.
ride or die.
Wow.
Homie. All right.
Hey,
homie.
What's
got one,
yours?
Stephanie?
My hear me out?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want to get into that.
We don't want to get into that.
Don't make me look like a loser up here. What's yours?
I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Jujutsu Kaisen, but hear me out on True Form Sukuna.
True form. The fact that it's
Okay.
true form already has me interested. Okay.
Yeah.
You have some supporters. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
you
feel
do.
Thank you so much.
held in this moment. Thank you for
I heard more
creating
love
a
for
safe
that than
space.
Marge Simpson. I mean,
Hey, we backed you up. Come on. But all right.
Well, we do have a tradition, unfortunately. Thank you for that question.
I really like Timmy Turner.
Oh.
If I was a kid, I would have been like a Timmy Turner, like, oh,
Not
hi.
Jimmy Neutron?
I like Jimmy Neutron, but he's got an interesting shaped head. Timmy Turner's more my type with the teeth.
His shiny teeth.
All right. Shiny teeth with me.
teeth. I don't
Absolutely.
know.
But as you were saying, we actually have a little bit of a tradition.
Yeah, for Nightmare Weekend, would you guys mind doing a selfie with the crowd?
With everyone in the crowd.
yeah.
Let's
do it.
Of course.
Cool.
Let's do
Let's
it.
get there. All right. And while we're preparing, I'm just going to mention, I think at the last Des Moines panel, Stephanie mentioned that she tried out for Leon. Remember that? Yeah. You did?
So
We weren't going to do that.
I wasn't
without her,
supposed
okay?
to show the reveal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There was a lot of love for you, Nick. Lot of love for Leon.